guys, welcome to another episode. Very whatchamacallit?
Magic Factory
overdue.
Yeah.
Overdue.
Oh yeah.
Long overdue episode of Magic Factory Uncensored.
It's been a long time.
Since I met you, dead.
Hell of a couple of weeks.
So, not to interrupt your song, Manu, because you clearly were jamming out there.
Yeah.
But there's something going on the internet right now. There's this debate going on, and I don't know where this sparked. It's like on YouTube, TikTok. I've seen it on Instagram. There's a bunch of memes about it. If there were 100 men to fight one gorilla,
Bro.
who do you think would win? And everybody has these different opinions and stuff, but I wanted to ask you guys this.
I don't know, Tino, what's it like fighting
Pretty
100 men?
violent for us.
Oh my God.
Well, you see, because I'm big and strong.
No, like you silverback
Not because
gorilla.
you're old.
Oh my gosh.
Not only because you're old.
If anybody's hairy, that's you. You
Oh, wait, come on, man. I'm not a
I
gorilla.
want to be calling anybody a gorilla, bro. What do you think, Puffs?
What, with the gorilla thing?
If there were 100 men
100 men.
and one gorilla, who do you think would win in that fight?
I don't know, gorillas are pretty strong.
But if
Yeah,
it's
they're
like,
actually really
what
strong.
if it's like 100 men and they're like really like what if they're like those
Like buffed up
Olympian
men.
bodybuilder looking?
Okay, here's the thing.
To take down one gorilla.
Okay, 100 men, yeah, probably there's like, I would call it an even match. Because a gorilla, like, these 100 men, if you're saying like they're fit and buff, like they go training to the gym, like what? 24
Yeah, but we
hours?
just sacrificed 5 and I bet the 95 other can like beat up the
I
gorilla.
don't know. I don't know.
So like it's
Gorillas
it's
are
like a
crazy
showdown till
strong.
they get tired or something.
No,
Do
let me
gorillas
this
get
straight.
tired?
Okay, let's get this straight. I'm pretty sure, I mean, like, don't take this as like fact, you know? Like, I'm just saying my opinion. Like, all these men that are buffed, fit, they go to the gym, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is no
Regardless
weapons.
of how strong they are, I don't think they'd be able or be mentally prepared to handle a gorilla physically. Because this is a gorilla. It's strong and it uses its limbs
It's a menace.
24/7 in the jungle. Like it's in use. That muscle that a
Yeah.
gorilla has, it's nothing compared to the world's strongest
Bro.
man.
Have you guys seen King Kong?
Yeah.
That gorilla
that's-
took over.
That's like exaggerating the
Yeah, no, but
gorilla
I'm
thing.
just saying, like, just how strong
Off the
these
record, okay,
animals
since
are.
I don't think
King
gorillas
Kong,
are
do you
that
remember
tall.
Bro, you never know. You never
Oh yeah, I
know.
remember Mighty Joe Young.
You remember Mighty
There
Joe?
you go.
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
That's the Dwayne Johnson one, right?
No,
No,
that's
that's
the
Rampage.
white gorilla.
Mighty Joe Young, like in 1990.
That's the girl, the
Yeah.
one in Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I don't know, but
Well, hit us up if you've ever watched Mighty Joe Young. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the 90s kids.
yeah, man.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
'cause you're
I
too
was
young,
talking
you
to
know?
you.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Start my foot,
So your guys' opinion on it is like no, definitely not, right?
bro. I
Like,
just know
okay.
I do not want to be one of those 100 men facing that gorilla.
I think if they are like ninja trained like that,
You think
But it's gonna get
100
tired
ninjas
eventually,
will take
right?
down a gorilla?
yeah.
It lives its day in the
they
jungle,
all,
like
they all attacked at once.
Bro, it's like it
the
uses
full
its
100
arms
men.
as its legs. It's just as strong as its legs. Swinging from a blooming, like, bro.
I think like people underestimate, like, because like animals are just thrown up random in conversations, and like people actually underestimate how strong creatures can be, you know. And orangutan is really strong. Like, forget about a gorilla. If it grips you, it's very hard to get that grip off you. Like if it drags you, like you have to go. Otherwise, if you pull,
Like
your arm's
manhandled.
dislocated.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it because I've seen movies
Feel
where
about the gorilla.
gorillas can like throw humans, like they throw them around, you know?
Okay, so you talk about 100 men versus a gorilla. Is it like 100 white men versus a gorilla?
what difference
The
does it make?
internet-
One is a black Isikeli.
Okay. Okay, the
Okay.
internet did not specify the race of the men, and I don't think it
It
doesn't.
doesn't
They should
matter.
make them
It doesn't
Fijians, you know, Fijian men.
matter. Yeah,
Still same.
okay.
I think like nothing can compare to a strength of a gorilla.
Yeah, those things
They are pretty strong, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Faf, so
Like, okay, since you brought that up, okay,
Okay.
there's a thing about like most American men have this thing about they think they can take on a bear. Right?
I definitely
Yeah.
cannot.
No, but you heard of it, right? Like people think, oh, I can
I've
take
heard people say
Yeah?
that. I think they're stupid,
Yeah,
but
pretty stupid. Like, okay, forget about a gorilla. This is a bear, a grizzly bear. Grizzly bear is the second tallest bear. It's like 8 feet something, and then there's like 10 feet with polar bears, and people think they can actually fight them.
if I see a bear, I am just gonna accept
Yeah,
my fate.
we're
I'm
gonna
like,
get
I'm done.
away.
Have you guys watched The Reverend?
The Revenant?
Revenant.
With
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo
Yes, yeah.
DiCaprio.
Yeah. Got a hiding, man.
Yeah, so that's a movie, right? So you guys know who Khabib Nurmagomedov is? He's a UFC fighter. He's one of the best ever. He never lost a fight. When he was starting out, like as a kid, he was wrestling with a baby bear. This guy is one of the best grapplers ever in the history of UFC. He was grappling with a baby bear.
Otherwise,
A
if it was
full-grown grizzly, bro. No way, bro. You
No
dreaming.
chance.
Yeah, you dreaming.
yeah, I mean, like I don't know. Guess mankind just has the need to feel like they're the apex, but we're not. You know.
True,
I mean, we have our biggest tool naturally is our mind. We're
it's our
more
mind.
smarter, and then we can
But physically, no.
solve problems a bit more advanced than
Against
most
some of
animals
these
can.
animals, yeah.
You're not that
But
strong,
physically,
No.
they're superior. Like,
Yeah.
like let's be honest.
If you're gonna walk up on a grizzly or any one of these blooming, fuck.
Bro, I don't know why people would run towards it. I would just be like, no, I'm okay.
bro. Out of here.
I'm definitely going to lose that fight.
Then some gang think they can outswim a great white shark.
Who
Like,
thinks they can
But if you
outswim
just flip it on its...
Michael Phelps, right?
Michael
He was the
B. Jordan.
fastest swimmer.
Yeah.
He's won the most Olympic medals.
Yeah, so they had
for
this.
swimming.
I think it was a simulation, or there was an actual race where they tried to race him with the great white. So they timed his. If it was a simulation, they timed his fastest speed that he's ever
Fastest swim,
swam,
yeah.
and then compared it to a great white shark's. Like, why would you want to compare like how fast the fastest human on earth can
I
they
can tell you
outswim a
one
great
thing,
white shark? No, they
Michael
can't.
Phelps will swim faster than he's ever swum in his life if a shark was swimming after him.
But you can never
He will
outswim a
break
great white
every
shark.
record that's ever been written.
Yeah, that's its territory, man.
Yeah, it lives there.
But like, okay,
It's
it's,
like
it's
it's
interesting
creep.
you said 100 men versus a gorilla, because like, you know how they say a lion has a strength of 1,000 men.
Right,
Yeah?
yeah.
So probably, I mean, like gorilla has a strength of like probably more than 100 men.
Yeah. It's just something I've been seeing it a lot this week. And like lots of memes.
Right.
I know people have the need to like
Compare them to the
reassure
animals.
like they are better than
Yeah.
everything, you know? You're not. I mean, animals, I think like the superiority, like in terms of superiority, in a civilized manner, in a logical thinking manner, we are superior. But physically, we can never be superior to animals like that. That's why we end up like defeating them by using guns, not their heads.
And that's why it's better we just fight against each other, like men.
No.
Man,
Instead, we just continue
Like
to
a
fight
boxing
against
match,
each
you
other
know?
instead of fighting against animals.
I mean, this is this is taken into account. It's just hand-on-hand combat, right? Hand-to-hand combat.
No, they said like no weapons. It would just be hand-to-hand combat, 100 men versus one gorilla.
Just one.
Just
Yeah.
one, yeah.
They'll probably get a
Yeah,
hiding.
they'll get a hiding for sure.
Phelps.
Well, for me, the only problem I had, not really a problem, but the issue is still a problem.
You're a problem, bro.
Like when I was holding on to the gimbal, you know that, because the gimbal is for video, like
Right,
I was
right.
taking highlights of the thing. And when people saw me with the gimbal and all that, and they still asked for photos and stuff. Like, I get irritated. Like, I have to change the settings again, and then, like it's
Right.
tiring.
Well, that's basically like, I don't know, like that's what we know, right? That camera's for video. Other people don't know that. Like, they would approach me sometimes and
So it's
ask me to do
happened to,
like
It's happened to me
people
too.
would approach me and they would ask me to do a graphic designing job
Oh,
because I can do camera and photo and graphic designing for some reason.
Right. Yeah.
Anybody ever approach you to come and paint one house?
I wish.
I wish they trust me that.
They regret it.
Have
Do you
been
like
approached
shooting?
with anything?
I remember, once or twice when I was doing when we were doing muck around, like that was like last year. People were asking me, "Oh, can you take the photo?" And I was like, "Had to change and rush," and they're like sort of waiting.
Right.
You know, there was this one time before, like way back when I used to do freelance jobs for weddings and stuff. So, like, okay, there's a DSLR camera. Can we
Yeah.
pull up one of those somewhere here? You can show them.
No.
Is it-
What
in
if
that
you
case,
put it up here?
Look at the.
It's downstairs.
Huh?
It's downstairs, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, so a DSLR camera, everybody knows what a DSLR camera looks like, right? It's a camera, you can change the lens. And there's this other camera which is called a camcorder. this is a camcorder type camera, right? It's usually for broadcast, semi-broadcast. You can shoot events, you can zoom, you can't change the lens, but it's a very good camera for like a run and gun. So this was what I was using when I was shooting this wedding, right? And on top of here is a horseshoe mount where you can put like lights, extended lights and stuff. So you don't have to plug in like one cord and one fella like back in the day, like carry the light around with you, right? So the light's always there. So I was shooting the camera like this, shooting, and there was no photographer apparently at the wedding. And like they saw me with the thing and they saw the light. And I was recording and hey, bro, come, take photo. I was like, no, this is a video camera. Like, no, take photo. No, I'm doing video. Take photo. And like, and by the time I could like argue my case, the whole family was lined up, like a lot of guys come. And they're looking at me, I was like, okay, this is awkward, okay. So what I did was I point the camera at them and I press record. And I press record again.
Oh, you didn't.
Like, okay, set, photo taken.
That was
I've done that a couple times.
No, so it's like I had to press record again and then stop the record and then set, photo taken. And like, no, the camera didn't flash. Okay. I was like, take a deep breath, guy. So, okay, everybody ready? Set. 1, 2, 3. I press record. I off and on the light and I press record again.
As long as
Set. Oh my god.
Yeah, some people just don't get the whole idea to the thing.
I would just take the video and
No,
then
but like, okay, you can't blame them, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
in this industry or in this profession of people who are into like photography or videography or cinematography, they would go out, they'd know what kind of cameras are, what cameras what, right? Other people don't know. Like, it's the same thing as us. Like, would you know what engine is in your car? I mean, like, if you had a car, what engine is like? Would you be able to identify a 1JZ or 2JZ or like a...
I don't know. About
Yeah, like, you know.
I see
it's
what you
sort of
mean
like
now.
a-
Yeah, I see what you mean. We're sorry.
We'll be better, guys. That's on us.
It's never about you.
No, but okay, no. With that argument, when someone says this, they're taking videos, okay?
Yeah. Sadly.
Sometimes a camera can't do both. like this one. This one can't take photos at all. Like a DSLR can take photos, eh?
Yeah.
This one cannot take photos at all. The only way you can get a photo out of this is you take the video, you screenshot one of this.
Right.
If
So
they
this is good too, because we like creating awareness around this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
when, like at events.
At least they
weddings,
know.
Now, I'm
this
pretty
kind
sure
of things,
everybody
they know.
who's like
You should know.
done photography or videos have had this encounter. Like
Yeah.
100%. If you've ever operated a camera anywhere, you have had this encounter.
So this is for like the everyday person, people who aren't in our industry. So they know like when we say we can't take a photo, it's not being rude or anything. It's actually we can't take a photo with some of these cameras.
Have you ever heard the argument where like your like the camera qualities in phones are getting better than
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like high-end
I heard
cameras
that
or
too,
like
yeah.
actual DSLRs?
Right.
But like, I mean, like just because it looks, it's interesting though. The idea of the way it looks at first makes you think that it's better, but it's not, guys. It's not.
There's a big difference
No matter
between
how
a
good your
camera.
phone takes your photo, it sucks.
Okay.
Whoa, he's coming after you.
Because I mean, like,
Yeah, break it down first.
it's not a theory.
Right.
It's fact.
Idea.
The imperative.
Don't you start with this.
The imperative that people are falling for is because it looks good when you see it. It's the same thing. Like every videographer knows, you never trust your monitor on your camera. So that if the quality of the shot looks good on your camera, it does not mean that it's going to be accurately
The same.
representing that once
Yeah.
you dump the footage and you see it. Dump the footage means when you transfer it, by the way. Just jargon. So yeah, like we don't trust the monitor, we trust something that we call a histogram. It's something you can see, and like if you're experienced, you'd know how to read it and know that when your shot is fully like properly exposed. So like if you're taking photos from a camera, if you're taking photos from your phone and it looks nice, it does look nice, but it does not mean it's better than like an actual high-end camera. Because the thing is, it looks nice on your screen, on your phone, but if you upload it on social media, and if you watch it in a PC, you'd see how the difference it looks like, the difference of it, that looks,
Right.
how
On a
it looks in a
bigger
PC compared to how it looks on a phone. That's why we always upload on the PC. We never upload things on a phone because quality drops.
Yeah, okay.
But at the same picture, if you upload it on the PC, it's still not as good as a high-end camera. The thing is, the sensor size. Every camera has a sensor size, right?
Right.
So
Right.
obviously a phone does not have a big sensor size.
Because it's small.
It's not. Yeah, like
because
yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I mean, economically, if someone was trying to design it and make it
Because they have to fit
affordable,
all
they would
these
not be
features
able to. I mean, it's
into one
possible.
small-
I'm not saying it's not possible. It is possible, but like the everyday phone, like a consumer phone, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the price would jump if you try and
Yeah.
squeeze that much
Yeah.
quality into one.
Yeah.
And already the phone can do so much, you know.
Yeah. I mean, like it's supposed to do a lot of things. So if you put that one thing there,
Yeah, it skyrockets.
boy,
I'm sure.
it needs a really powerful processor, and if it does, well, it's gonna be a really
Bro,
expensive phone.
Exactly.
Might as well buy the camera.
Exactly. There you go.
So basically, a phone is made for calling, and a camera is for taking
But
photos.
one thing, phones are really
if you
good
want
for.
to take photos, buy a camera.
One thing camera phones are really good for is like streaming. Eh?
Right?
That's like really good. I mean, these cameras are also good for streaming, but if you're looking at like a easy way to execute things,
Yeah.
phones are really good. iPhones and I shouldn't say iPhones, smartphones, the flagship smartphones, they do the job.
I was gonna say, if you spend $4,000 on your phone, then you can spend it on the camera.
For sure. For sure.
$4,000 on a phone.
Isn't that what I?
Yeah.
Sorry,
some
isn't
phones
that what? You know, those sort of phones are.
Yeah.
Smartphones.
Yeah.
The smartphones, they
No,
go
the
up
particular brand I'm
to
talking
like
about.
4,000.
Excuse me while I drink
Well,
my
you can
bottle
say
of water.
iPhone.
Okay. Yeah, iPhones. I was just making sure. Because that's how much they cost here, though, right?
Bro. But the prices for phones these days are getting crazy, man.
Yeah, like I remember like when $500 was a lot for a phone. Like I'm talking way back in my teenage years. You know, like Nokia Alcatel
Like
was
the
there. Then
one
it's
you
like-
have to go like this.
you-
and ring.
That's a
The
telephone.
telephone booths back in
The
there.
dial phone? You guys had that back then?
no, oh my God, it's shut up.
It was a genuine question.
He used to have the tin can when you like tap the Yeah. No, I'm talking about like remember Sagem MYX1, Sagem
sure,
MYX5. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing Sagem or Sagem, but it's a German phone.
XY chromosome.
Well, it was really good, like $500 or $200, $300. Like, whoa, this is expensive. Like, I did not know. As time passed, that same experience would be like for a $3,000, $4,000 camera. Right now, like a $500 phone is like affordable, eh? Who knows? Like in the future, there'll be like a $10,000 camera and like a
Oh.
$4,000 is like a basic buy.
There's already a camera that's like 10,000.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, we're talking about camera phones, smartphones.
Oh, phone.
Smartphones.
I wouldn't
We'll
know.
get there. Just
Okay.
wait a while.
You're talking about Hasselblad?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So we want to spend at least 5 minutes of the podcast where we have Manu talk about one of his intellectual, revolutionary topics.
Yeah.
His own personal segment.
Surprise!
Topic.
His revolutionary segments, like remember that bottle of water stuff? Classic.
Oh my God.
Classic stuff, guys.
So it is. You're supposed to drink your bottled water. Goodness.
That's true, that's true, that's true. Okay, Manu.
So what's your topic for today,
Yeah,
man?
he doesn't know about this, by the way.
Yeah.
It's kind of on the spot, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, have you guys watched Sinners?
I have
No, not lately.
I've heard a lot about it.
I
guys-
saw
you
the
guys-
trailer.
Huh?
The trailer?
No, watch the movie, not the trailer.
Ah.
Okay? You can't go to the
Okay.
cinema to watch a trailer. You go to the cinema to watch a
Also,
movie.
it's out in the cinemas.
Okay.
It's not like
It's
on
already in the
Netflix.
it's already it's not on the streaming site. It's in the cinema.
Okay.
Go and watch it if you're 16 and above. By the way,
Oh,
go and
okay.
watch it. It's a good
Oh,
movie.
Sounds like a
Good movie in the sense that it's really it's one of those movies that I've in a long time that's. By the way, this is Ryan Coogler who directed the movie, right? He's done Black Panther. He's done Creed. Both movies that are adapted from something that's already there, right? Like comics, Black Panther,
Right.
Creed was it kind of like split out from Brocky, right?
Right.
He did Fruitvale Station, which is original. This is one of those movies that's like that. It's really sad to say that movies that are that have really original ideas that are not based on anything. It's a rare thing. Like it's sad. Like before, back in the day when we used to watch movies, like really there was a lot of original ideas, and like that's why movies were fun. They were exploring new things.
Right.
And now movies are just based off books, shows, or cartoon.
Reboots.
So it's like we have expectations, you know.
Right.
The greatest things about movies were like we didn't have an expectation. What's this
Right,
movie
right,
about?
right.
So when Sinners came out, I had this feeling when I first saw the trailer. Oh, I don't know what this movie is about. Like it's not based off anything, so I can't really like grasp. I don't know what to expect. And that like was the thrill of watching the movie. So when I watched it, it was so well done. It was so original
Right.
that watching the movie was a whole new not a new experience, was a better experience because it was a nostalgic feeling of watching something that you don't know what it's about, like what the contents of the movie is.
Oh, wow.
Like, you
So
know,
it's like a mind bender kind of thing, or like it's an unexpected turn kind
Unexpected.
of
no.
movie, or-
It's not really a mind bender, but it's very layered. Like there's a lot of messaging in the movie.
I see, I
Some
see, I
that
see.
most people could agree with, some that I don't agree with, but a lot of layering. Like there's different stories told in many ways.
Right.
It's really really interesting. But like it was fun to watch. While it's like a western kind of, it's based in Mississippi, but it's based in the 1930s.
Like a
It's
country
a
kind
period
of
piece.
video.
Yeah, it's like a country setting. So like I
Right.
like that. And then you have this, but everybody should know this by now. It has vampires in it.
Yeah, that's from what
Vampires?
I've heard about the
Vampires
film.
is in-
Like a sheriff movie.
Vampires
Yeah,
could be
kind of-
anywhere, bro.
And then you see Michael. See this. The best thing about the movie for me was everybody saying like, "Oh, this amazing scene in this movie. You gotta watch it." The best thing about that movie for me was how seamless and nobody noticed. Like when you watch the movie,
Yeah.
I did not notice at all that Michael B. Jordan was playing twins. Like there was so much going on in that movie. Like he's playing twins, but when you start watching the movie, you kind of forget that he's playing twins. And like, oh man, that was
Something like how Tom Hardy played.
no. See,
twins as well.
Legend. So
Legend, yeah.
but they were like forefront. Like the story was about them, so he's playing twins.
Right.
This one here, like, he's not really the antagonist is their cousin, right?
Right.
But they are one of the main centered characters, Michael B. Jordan's twins characters. But like when you watch the movie, as the movie goes on, as the plot points happen, it's because like a horror kind of movies, you forget
Right.
that, oh man, this fellow was playing twins. Oh my god, I forgot.
Oh, this sounds good, man.
That's how good he was. So like that's a very underestimated fact about that movie was how good Michael B. Jordan was playing twins and how seamless the gang made them look on screen. Like a common cinema trick, when you're putting two people in one frame,
Yeah.
putting
Two of the same person.
two of the same person in one frame
Yeah.
is like for example, like if you have this shot and I'm supposed to sit here and I want another version of me sitting here and there, like I would take like a wide shot and then a blank shot is like we have this chairs empty and then one shot me sitting here, another shot me sitting there, and another shot I'm sitting there. So you put those shots together and you cut,
Yeah.
make it look. This one here, like you have to like wonder how the hell did they do these certain things,
Like what? Like
There's one shot there because like his characters are named Smoke and Stack. Stack is the
Spoiler
like
alert.
the no their names.
If it's on IMDb, I don't think it's a spoiler alert.
Smoke and Stack. Oh, you can watch the movie now. You know the plot already.
Ruined forever.
So Smoke is like the older brother, and he's like the more serious, like a mature person, right?
right.
His name's Smoke because he smokes a lot, but
Oh, it's
his
a nickname.
brother, his
Okay.
brother.
Oh, so now we can watch it. We can watch it.
Okay.
So his brother is the one who rolls his cigarette for him, right? And back in the day, it's not like you buy the cigarette and like it's already rolled. So you have to roll your cigarette. So he's the one who rolls his cigarette for him. So the first shot you see is them standing there waiting for some guy, and then his brother Stack is rolling the cigarette for him and he passes it to him. And the camera's moving and he grabs the cigarette off his hand and it's like, wow, how, like, it's so natural. Like,
Amazing.
I'm trying to look for, like, I'm waiting for videos, like, Corridor Crew to come out and, like, see the shot and see how they did it. Because I really want to know how they did it, yeah.
So you
Magic.
say like people in like videographers like you guys, like you are the ones that would really appreciate it because of all these different things.
Anybody who's gonna watch this movie is gonna really appreciate it because it's a fun movie.
It's
But
I
mind-boggling.
mean that aspect of it, like the technical stuff. It's the you guys who will see it and
yeah, but the themes that this movie also explores, like everybody can. It's like a topic of discussion. You can like talk about this movie with your friends and all what the movie was about. Or
yeah, I've heard
the
so many
messaging
people
or
talk
the
about it.
the heritage of this movie and the racism and how it's talking about and all this stuff.
Yeah, well,
like yeah,
business
sure,
studies,
yeah, that's fine too. But
Right,
like it's a
right.
very fun movie to watch.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
You guys should check it
It's
out.
like a mixture of everything.
By the way, speaking of movies, what's one movie you're looking forward to, like this month?
This month,
What are some of the movies that's coming
Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, that's
Oh,
selected at the end of
bro.
the.
Yeah, man.
up? Bro, that's one live action movie.
That's my
that
man
I'm
right
looking
there.
forward to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks pretty. I wouldn't say it's accurate, but it
Yeah?
looks pretty much on the dot. Like as the cartoon is, they tried to replicate it, which I don't think they should. They should try to like.
Make it a bit
Spice it up a
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, so it's not like you're watching the exact same thing, but
Yeah.
just with.
At least they
Yeah, I
got
gotta
the
see next
same voice actor who played Stitch.
Yeah,
So it's the
it,
exact.
it would have really
yeah.
sucked if that
But
person.
you wouldn't want them to change it too much, right? So like,
Yeah.
see that what happened with Snow White, where so many things changed, and like,
Okay.
bro.
The thing about Snow White.
Oh yeah,
thing
let's
about-
go.
the, thing
Snow
about,
White.
the thing about Snow White was they already shot the movie. So when they shot the movie, there were no dwarves in the movie.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be 7 something. I forgot.
I
But-
remember this.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
yeah.
were like 7 like tall people in like the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And then they
Tall
just changed
people.
it.
Yeah,
Tall
those
people.
the leaks and stuff that were coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then they
They're
released
walking down
the
hill or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
when they released the first trailer, everyone hated it. And then I think they decided just to make them CGI, which is what they are now. And it
There
was-
were no actual dwarves in the movie. There were like
Yeah.
7 some
See,
band
Magical,
of- Yeah.
whatever.
7 band of something, I don't know. So after that, I think it didn't go out. The test screenings went out and
Oh,
people
okay.
didn't like it, so they had to change it.
Oh.
So they changed it, and I don't know why they never used actual like people of short stature to play the dwarves, because they found it insulting, because they could have gotten jobs, but they chose to CGI it, and it looks so weird. But that's why when you see the movie, it'll feel off because she's with the dwarves, and then another scene it like kind of feels out of place, and then she ends up with the 7 gang that you see, these other 7 troops. Those are the gang who were initially supposed to be the center with her, like in the movie.
Ah, I see.
Mind games.
Right.
Yeah.
Mind games.
Yeah, but this month is gonna be a good month.
What's some other movies that's coming out this month?
Final Destination.
This month or
Oh,
yeah, that's this month.
That's this month.
bro.
The Lilo and Stitch.
Thunderbolts came out.
Thunderbolts is coming out this week.
That's
Ah,
not
it's
Marvel,
already
huh?
out.
Marvel.
Marvel's
Suicide
Dark
Squad
Avengers.
version,
Squad,
yes.
right.
Something like that.
yeah.
But I'm really see everybody's. I mean, mostly Marvel fans are saying this,
yeah.
but everybody's kind of like hating on the Superman movie that's coming out, and I'm kind of skeptical about it, but like I'm pretty positive about it. Like
Because the director is Marvel
James
director.
Gunn,
or
yeah,
something,
James Gunn. He directed Guardians of the
Oh,
Galaxy.
yeah,
He did Brightburn.
Oh, Brightburn
No, sorry,
is
he didn't.
intense.
He didn't
yeah.
direct Brightburn, but he did produce it. But Brightburn, like he was behind Brightburn.
That's why Marvel
There's
is
like a
jealous.
sinister story side of Superman, and I'm looking forward to it because like it seems like a different world, and it seems like everybody's trying to compare it to Henry Cavill or the previous ones. But
Yeah,
this
it
is
was so dark, yeah. The Snyder.
But this is like
guys.
Christopher Reeve vibes. You know what I mean?
not really.
A hopeful, like I don't know, like
And
Not as
superhero
serious
movies
like
supposed
how
to be
Henry
It's
hopeful.
not
Cavill
dark. It's not dark.
It's
Yeah.
it's not
dark,
dark.
yeah.
That's what I mean.
Oh.
It's not
I mean-
Zack Snyder slow motion.
That's what
dark
I mean,
and
yeah.
Everything's a little bit
exploding.
desaturated.
Yeah.
We need
It's
like
very colorful if you've noticed, eh?
that's what we
Yeah.
need.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
most of his movies are
I need
colorful.
to ask you guys something. Okay,
No.
who is your favorite DC character? Like
Bro.
superhero?
The best. If you ask anybody, everybody's gonna say Batman.
Minus
Okay,
Flash.
Yeah. Right, Johnny. Okay, so Flash. You see?
You think Flash?
I like Flash. Yeah.
Batman, like to me, it was always a Batman. So if you're talking about
Yours was always
superheroes,
Batman?
because like they have better villains,
This is
Right.
just character, right? This is not
Yeah,
movies
just,
or
just
anything.
who, like
Okay,
when
yeah.
you're growing
then
up, who was your favorite superhero?
Flash.
Growing
Yeah.
up,
Your favorite
Um,
DC
DC.
superhero.
mine would be like Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Oh, that's
Sure,
an
sure,
interesting
that's
one.
cool.
So
Yeah.
you love the Ryan Reynolds movie?
Yeah, I loved it.
the hell, Jordan?
I'm actually a big fan of Green Lantern. Like,
I don't know why
Yeah.
people hate that
Yeah.
movie though. Like I liked it. It was
Yeah.
alright.
it was
I
alright.
mean, like, it was a bit
wasn't
too
that
CGI,
bad.
but it was for kids, right? It's not like it. That's one thing I really like. I kind of like. It blows my mind. Like people trying to judge this movie, like, oh, the CGI was like this. Yeah, but it's for the kids. They don't know what CGI is. Like, why are the adults judging these movies? Like, it's not for you.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah?
True.
Like, oh, Lilo and Stitch, or when Sonic the Hedgehog came out, everybody's complaining. Like, yeah, it did suck, the first design, but everybody's
Have they
complaining.
not played the game? Have they not seen the
Yeah.
universe that you're living in? Obviously, it doesn't exist. They're gonna have to create it.
Yeah, but like
Oh my days, sometimes.
that's a very rare case though. Like they actually listen to the fans.
I
But
wish.
like still, like okay, why is everybody losing their minds over things like there are more important things you should
Okay, wait.
voice your opinion on?
What about that Shrek 5? What do you think of the animation style? Because I feel like
See, it's just a teaser, so most
Yeah.
in most cases,
Maybe it's another mind
what they
game.
show is not a fully rendered version of what it looks like. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I'll wait
Okay.
for the trailer to come out, then I'll.
What was the movie again?
Shrek
think
5.
you were-
Shrek 5.
Shrek 5.
The animation.
Shrek 5.
I know it's been like 20 plus years since whatever or 10, whatever, how many years since the last one. And I know it would
2010,
look
2008.
different, but it just, to me, it just looks way, way different, like, than they originally looked. So it kind of takes me out of it.
It looks a bit too clean. That's
Is
the
it
thing.
still
Like,
made by the
movies,
same guys?
movies nowadays look a bit too clean, and that's the problem. Like everybody's shooting 4K, 8K, and they're trying to look like trying to make everything look so nice, but
Yeah.
it shouldn't. You know the last Shrek that came out.
Yeah.
Forever
So me
After.
and one of my friends, Chris Neil, like we went to watch Shrek, and we were like in uni.
Chris
at that
Neil
time.
nga the one was in Fiji Village.
No, it's my friend in. He's in Melbourne now.
Right,
So
right.
me and him, we went to watch a movie, and at the same time when Shrek 4 came out, Twilight, the third one, Eclipse, or I think it was Eclipse.
Third one. I never
Yeah.
followed this.
I wouldn't
Or
know.
New
Then
Moon
how
or
do you know it's
something.
a third one?
I have no knowledge.
And you
of
have
that.
all this gang, like at that time. So like you have all this gang, our age, taking their dates and all these girls and like our age and older, they're all going watch, Twilight. So when they announced it, both the movies at the same time. So we all went, and me and my friend looking over there, all the young gang our age going all, crowded to go, giving their tickets to go into the theater, and we look at us like me and him. And look around like all little kids around us going to watch Shrek 4. We were the only two adults gonna watch.
Sup?
Yeah, back to the superhero. What superhero do you guys like?
Hmm?
Like, because it says Flash,
Supergirl.
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so
What'd you say?
you guys
New
know
Tino.
why I was asking you guys?
Why?
Because like when Batman came out and everybody was like, oh, Batman. So personally, I'm not gonna lie, I was a huge Superman fan from when I was a kid. Like I've always loved like how he
Did you
was
wear your
always
underwear
true.
outside?
Huh?
Did you wear your underwear outside?
No, I never wore my underwear outside. I used to tie a
I never wore underwear at all.
The first.
A cape.
Huh? I thought you said you were a Batman fan. But I tie like my towel around my neck, run around the house.
We've all done that.
Yeah, Soups was always my guy. Like, and then
But I
when
really
I
love
grew
the,
older,
like-
then like the way people would hate on the guy because he was too good and he's like,
Yeah.
But what
But he's
he stood
supposed to be
for
that
was,
strong, you know?
what he stood for was what I thought was the most important thing. Like he wouldn't kill, he would like all these kinds of like he
Right.
was morally bound by his values. Like
Unless you're Henry
But you know
Cavill
what-
Superman.
that's when
What
Yeah.
makes like everybody, like even Batman, the Batman movies are popular. It's like it's been remade quite a few times.
Yeah.
It's an interesting story about a guy.
sure, for
Like
sure.
he doesn't have any powers, but he's still a superhero. He's like. So that's why like Batman's like like it's a different special thing. Yeah.
He had the
the
best
special
villains.
thing, but the special thing about Superman, excuse me, like how you mentioned, he has the power to do anything he wants in this world. Eh?
Yeah.
He's not God, but like his superpower. He's the strongest man in the world, like on Earth, right?
Goku might have something. Goku from Dragon Ball Z.
Goku didn't even
We could have this
talking about-
argument
I'm
all
talking about
day.
this
Universes
universe.
aren't connected.
Do this all day.
What makes the Superman story special to me is
Yeah.
so he has that thing like he's powerful, he can do anything, like he's one of the strongest persons in the world, like he's the Kryptonian, right?
Yeah. In the DC universe.
And he
you
chooses
can-
not to use that power to kill someone or take or use it to his advantage, like be
Yeah,
more
the
superior.
restraint, yeah.
Like he's humble, right?
Right.
There's humility in his nature, but that does not stop other people from saying what if. And I think that was more explored in Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Yeah.
Like but he killed one man in that movie.
Yeah, he did.
But like it's still like everybody had the thing like okay, like he's nice and all, he's for us, but what if?
Yeah.
You know?
I see what
Like
you're
a continue, like
Martha!
it shows it's a story
Okay.
that shows more about our nature than him.
Yeah, like say you are given that
Like-
level of power.
Yeah, you can have
Would you
someone
be able
solve your
to-
problems for you
Yeah.
and be better than you, and you'd end up like trying to you'd end up trying to contradict that person in the end anyway.
So
like-
it takes a certain kind of person to be able to control all of that power.
Like for example, AI, right?
Yeah.
AI is a thing right now. It makes your job easier, but people are still questioning. Like, okay, it's so good. It's solving problems. It's making things easy, but still, what if? You know,
What if?
it's gonna be like a problem for us?
That reminds me of the first time I started talking to her. I
Like
was
it's a very
asking all these
paradoxical,
questions.
like
Are you gonna take over the world?
Yeah.
Are you gonna kill us?
Why are you giving it ideas, man?
No, I was just asking like genuine questions. Like you know,
that's what I
just
love
see
about the
it's
Superman
answer.
story, because it was something very relatable. Like it's a very paradoxical thing. Like you have something that solves your problems for you, but what if, like, you know, you like, and you end up trying to hate the thing or like
Right,
fight
right,
it
right.
in the end, or be against it. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, that's what fascinates me about the Superman story.
So I can't wait. This is the first time too I'm seeing a super dog. It's
Crypto.
Crypto, yeah.
Crypto, yeah, it's in the comics.
He's been
Yeah.
in the cartoons too.
No, I
but
mean like in
live action,
In the live
like
action,
the
yeah.
movies.
You know, there was a
movies, yeah.
super zombie guy. What's his name?
What?
The one who wants to be best friends with Superman.
Lobo.
Super Lobo. Yeah, kind of.
Lobo?
He looks like Lobo.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Zombie-like.
Like
Yeah.
you watch Justice League?
Yeah.
You know that fella, like he was in another planet, and he made this world. He made everything was like mannequins and stuff, and like he comes home, hey Louis, you know,
Oh,
what's his name? Croc or something, like Crank or I forgot his name. I'm not that much of a DC fan, but like I remember there's this guy who had the same powers as Superman, similar powers as Superman. He could fly and stuff. And
Was
He's
he
a
like
psycho.
a clone of Superman?
I
'Cause
think
that
so.
would be
I think-
Bizarro, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Bizarro. That's the guy, Bizarro.
Bizarro.
They should bring him in the DC universe, you know.
I think he's the villain of, isn't he? Of the new Superman? I thought it was Bizarro or
I'm
something.
not sure.
Yeah.
Like I'm just watching the trailers. it
One
just-
thing I am looking forward to is seeing how they do Lex Luthor.
Bro.
Oh, Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor. That's right. Yeah.
Like
I'd love to see.
yeah.
you get the villain right in the DC universe, then you get everything else right. Forget about your superhero. You know, you get your villains right, because that's the main thing. They have more interesting villains, and I think
How
that's
they
why.
find all these huge guys who all look the same. Like I mean, like they have the you know, their faces, the shape, the
Yeah.
how they managed to find it for all of these movies. I don't know. They
Face
look
ID,
so
face
much
ID.
like, huh?
Face ID.
For Lex Luthor,
ID.
Face swap.
you're talking about Lex
FBI,
Luthor.
Face ID.
No, I'm talking about Superman. Like
Superman.
how their jaws, their
Yeah, it's the same,
I
like,
think-
yeah, there's specific features
and
they
all.
look for. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy, man.
And it's not like everybody's like they have different structure. We have like a set of different styles and structures,
Yeah.
right? Like our head shapes can be oval, heart shape, but anybody can fit in that category. It's not like one person's unique to this kind of body structure.
I just find him, that he looks so much like previous Superman, like a bit of a cross between like if
Henry
if
Cavill and
Superman
Brandon Ruth.
had
Henry Cavill and Brendan
yeah,
Ruth.
like if they
Oh.
had a kid, this is what it looked like.
Brandon Ruth.
That kind of-
What did you think of the Brendan Ruth
I
Superman?
don't.
Like,
I don't
liked
like
Let's
it. I don't
go.
like it.
Yeah?
yeah.
Why? Because Kevin Spacey was in it.
Maybe.
He was
No, I
mixing
just
that up.
don't. I just don't like it. It was like a continuation, right? But then they were all recast, and it was following what Christopher Reeve's Superman story, right? It was like
This was
the
supposed to be like Superman 4 or 5.
You know what? I didn't even realize what time that movie was set in.
yeah. I didn't know either.
Damn, you guys both don't know?
I erased that movie from my
Quite young when
memory.
I watched it, so.
Damn, guys, you guys are the movie buffs. I love it. I love
Just
it.
watch your boxing.
Let's go. 7
Whoa.
o'clock
Ryan Garcia.
tomorrow.
Yeah, boy.
Set. Fuck, who's it?
Well, anyway, what movie are you guys watching this weekend? Sinners is already out. I'd recommend you watch it.
Fantastic
What you guys
Four.
doing this weekend? Please comment in the little comment thing.
Okay.
So comment below what you what movie are you gonna watch this weekend, or what you guys up to this weekend. We'd like to know,
If you'll
and
just
give us
sleep,
something
you
to
know.
talk about. If you guys remember, a camera can only do two things. Sometimes just one. So when we say
Yeah.
we can't do the other thing, accept it, please.
And also, a phone is for calling and camera.
What is
A
happening?
little bit of wisdom from the Magic Factory boys.
Magic drop.
Technology. Technology. All right, over and out, guys.
Peace.